Well, hello, friend, and welcome to another episode of Van Life Living in New York. Well, I'll tell you, you can see these beautiful colors behind me. It's the end of a season, kind of like it's the end of an age, right? At least for Christians that haven't fallen asleep, you see that, right? I mean, he told you to be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. And if you have been, I'm sure you can see what's going on around you, right? You haven't fallen asleep because he told his bride not to fall asleep, right? He told me to turn the camera on. I wasn't going to turn the camera on. I came out here, I listened to a little video that him and I created the other day, and I was just giving thanks for all the love that he's put in my life. But he said I was supposed to turn the camera on, and well, I have to do what my father asks. Tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow's Monday, which is actually October 30th. I was born on Hallows Eve, right? And so I've always liked Halloween because, well, that was my birthday. So Halloween parties were like a birthday for me, and I didn't go to one this year. He told me not to look for one. Working in the mental health system for the last decade, I was always at a Halloween party somewhere with a bunch of cool people. Those that you think are like mentally not well, which I thought were great people. You should get to know them, friend. And anyway, so I got to participate in a lot of good parties in this last decade before I ended up where I am now. It's kind of funny. My father tells me I'm his messenger, right? And like I've told you, he says I'm a wilderness goat. But it's kind of funny because my name is Jason, which is Roman for healer. I was born on Hallows Eve, right? So most people would say that I was the son of Satan because I was born on Hallows Eve. But really, what you need to understand is that Halloween was a harvest holiday. So my father showed me I was born on the eve of harvest. So it's not what you think. I was relieved to hear that, friend, because I'll tell you, I did not like the fact that he wanted me speaking and I was born on the eve of Halloween, which is also known as the Day of the Dead, the way I understand it. I just heard that the other day on the thing. Because, I never really followed too much about what Halloween is. I just always liked it because it was my birthday, right? So anyway, but I keep talking and, well, people don't seem to listen too much except for when they do. And my father told me that it's coming and I can see it coming. And, well, I listen to a prophet, Troy Black, because my father gives me messages through him sometimes. And some of the things that he needed to confirm, he confirms through him. And he's talked about mass hysteria coming up, and I did post that to my Facebook page, that video that he put out. The thing about Troy is he's accurate enough times that I pretty much have faith that when he says something crazy like that it's coming. Now, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, friend. I've been talking on here about these videos. Maybe you all going to finally wake up and look at the truth of what I've been telling you. But there's also something else going on right now, friend. And that is that war in Israel. And you say, but we don't have anything to do with that war in Israel. But the fact of the matter is that Hamas, they've been getting people across that southern border of ours, right? And so you can suspect, since America is participating with Israel, that Hamas is going to make a strike on America. Now, I can't prove that, and I don't need to, because I'm hoping I'm wrong, friend. But I have warning some of my family, which they hate when I warn them of things because they think I'm crazy, right? They think that I don't know anything. So I just tell them, well, this is what's going on, because America is using their planes to jam Hamas's communications so that Israel can commence their attack. So even though we're not actually engaged in the conflict, technically, we still are. And so you can imagine they're going to be mad as hornets. And since there's rumor, and I listen to a guy sometimes, not often, and I don't agree with everything he says and don't even think that his words are mine. But I do like some of what he says because I have learned some things that I found helpful. And my father led me to him. See, because I don't believe in everybody's truth that I go listen to their truth. I take what I need and leave the rest. But this Doug and Stacy, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, he posted a video the other day of a guy that got caught stealing something off cars. And he started rattling off to the police about the West was Babylonia and that we're about to get judged. So I suspect that that man is either a terrorist or he knows some terrorists and he knows what's getting ready to happen to here in America. So I've been seeing different things coming on. Now I've been telling you that I've been watching Americans talking about this on the internet. So this isn't just Hamas. We've got Americans that are ready to kill Americans because they see that the corporations and the politicians are trying to kill us, which I've explained to you that a publicly traded corporation is the thought of Satan made flesh, that BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street are the top shareholders of all the other corporations pretty much in America, and you can go to Yahoo Finance to look that up, and you will find that to be true. Just select any of the, and I'm talking Walmart, Amazon, all of it, friend. All your airplane companies and your oil companies, your pharmaceutical companies, your car companies, your everything companies, friend. They own this nation. And they're going to tell you, oh, well, we're just investors. Well, did you know these investors actually own each other, those three companies do? And if you don't think that puts all the wrong power in all the wrong places, you just haven't thought about what you're thinking about. Because I'm going to tell you right now that BlackRock by Larry Fink, and he's on the board of the World Economic Forum. And if you don't know what the World Economic Forum has been saying, you should darn well go look, friend, because if you're going to be as wise as a serpent, you ought to see what's coming, because that snake's about to bite you, and you guys don't even have a clue. I'm telling you, friend, and preachers are talking about it online, but a lot of you folks don't even listen to that stuff. You're too busy being obsessed with selfishness. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not upset about it any more than my father is, right? But he did tell you that you were going to get a message at the end of the age to give you an opportunity to change your mind. So I've been breaking down parables for you and telling you the truth of what Jesus meant. Because here's the problem. If I judge you, I judge my father for it. Because my father knew the end in the beginning because he was at the end in the beginning. And Jesus told you that, and I've told you where he said that, and you can go listen to other videos. But Jesus said all kind of things that these Pharisees aren't telling you. So if you got to know them and trusted them with your salvation, you've made a great mistake. I'm telling you to go read what Jesus said and read and start breaking down parables. I've been breaking them down for you, friend. I'm not lying. But it's important that you look at these things, because if you don't understand these things going into the end of the age, you're going to think being the spirit of selfishness is acceptable, and it's not. My Father is only accepting the spirits of love into the kingdom. That's what Jesus told you. It's in every parable he ever said. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Judge, and you will be judged. By the measure in which you judge is the measure in which you will be judged. All of this was said, friend. He told you that he was going to deny those that prayed, prophesied, and cast out demons in his name. So I sure hope you're going to go listen to the truth instead of letting these Pharisees lie to you. All right, friend, well, I'm going to keep this video real short today. Just know that I love you because my Father loves you, and I'm only giving you this message because my Father says I have to, so I do. So I'm telling you the truth because the truth is worth having, because love is what my Father's after. He had to create a dichotomy in order to let you know love by experience. So the choice you make will be the one you have. All right, friend, may God bless you and yours.